Hello, Di here from Timestep Softworks. Today I'm going to do a playthrough of the system infiltration demo, which I'll link below. You may be aware that Prometheus Wept is currently on Kickstarter, so I'll leave a link for that also if you want to check it out. Let's get started. In the system infiltration demo, you're exploring an underground structure with an ally, Ferdia Beckett. Now I'm not going to read through all the dialogue, just for the sake of keeping the video short, so I'll just proceed through the area. Okay, so you encounter this entity who basically tries to drive you away and disappears after trying to kill you with a turret. You can't get in through this door, but this terminal may provide an opportunity to get in. So you can transfer your consciousness into a computer system via this terminal and some hardware, obviously, that your character has installed. So again, I'm just going to click through and infiltrate the system. Okay, so the first thing is there are 3 nodes. Each one of these controls a system in the real world. So we don't know what systems these control until we scan them. So I'm going to use this scan node ability. Uses 2 power, which is, you can see here. So, oh no, hold on. I think I picked the wrong one. There we go. So this controls the bunker's external defenses. That would be a good thing to get because, spoiler alert, you're going to be attacked. I'm going to scan this one. It controls the bunker's blast door, which we were unable to get through by conventional means. No, scan node. And this one controls the bunker's interior turrets. Okay, so I'm going to start moving towards the exterior defenses node. And you spend 3 turns in cyberspace and then you'll return back to the real world for 2 turns. So I'm on my last turn now, so I'm going to try and use some abilities to get closer because these nodes, they have a ranged attack which exceeds that of your own. So I'm going to use this ability, which is called Set Memory Location, to move around more quickly. It doesn't use AP, but it uses power. And I'm just going to get as close to this as possible. And then I'm going to use this instantiate cover script. So that'll give me a bit of protection from this node. And I'll use my last AP to attack it. And there we go. Do all that damage. Okay, so we've returned to the physical world and we've got Ferdia here. So we're just going to skip the turn and get back into cyberspace. So I'm going to do 2 snap attacks. There's a 69% chance to hit and a 12% to crit with these. Because I have 8 AP and they're 4 AP each. It's more efficient than using a more aimed attack. Okay, so I've taken a bit of damage there, but nothing serious. And this could be it, yes. So that was pretty lucky, to be honest. But now I'm going to capture the node. So I've reduced the node's hit points to 0 and I run this script to capture it. So I right click on it. And now I control this node and anything it controls. So I'm going to activate the bunker's external defenses. And I'm going to jump out because, as I said, I'm going to be attacked. So we've got a couple of marauders up here have just happened across you, and again I'm just going to skip through the dialogue. Now it's going to take them a couple of turns to get to me, but as you can see, the turret is now on my team, and I also have this indestructible cover which I can fight from. So that's what the effect of capturing that node has been. So I'm just going to equip any ranged weapons I have, and I'll just cut to when the enemies get a little closer. Okay, so the enemies have now closed in. We've got a ranged character here who's taking cover behind this crate, and I've got a melee character here who's just trying to close in as quickly as possible to do damage. So I'm going to start shooting at them. 40% chance to hit. It's not great. And I'll aimed attack this time, and that was a critical, so that's quite nice. And one thing I should cover is that each ally has a unique set of perks in this game. So this is the first ally you'll encounter in the game, Ferdia Beckett. Now, his special abilities relate to affecting the mind of biological characters. So 2 of the abilities, there will probably be between 4 and 8 of these. The first one is Distract, so it distracts a targeted enemy for 2 turns, preventing them from making attacks of opportunity, and increasing critical chance by 10%. So if you had a character that was beside this melee character, and you wanted to get away from him, you would, if you moved away, you would suffer an attack of opportunity from disengaging. Whereas if you use Distract, that won't happen, and it also increases critical chance by 10%. Now the other one is Horror Show, and this inflicts a large amount of fear on the target character. So I'm going to do that. This character's kind of more dug in, so I'm going to just use Horror Show on her. So I haven't inflicted fear yet, but if I go again, that's inflicted fear now, so that'll reduce her chance to hit, and if I keep going, I can inflict terror, and that means that she's going to miss her next turn. So rather than getting to take a couple of shots at my team, she will now have to skip a turn, and I'm going to continue firing at this guy. And more enemies are just filtering in, and they're closing in on us, so have to deal with these closest enemies pretty quickly. Okay, so I'm just going to switch to a close combat attack and deal with him, and I'll reload. Now, so I can't use these abilities indefinitely. They each have an RP, or resolve points cost, which you can see there, 8 RP, and this is how much I have, so I've kind of burnt through that, making her waste her turn. So she's a 36 and 31, so she's still actually a better character to shoot at. But I have hit the cover there, so eventually that's going to break and make it easier to hit her. And quite fortunately, she's attacking the turret, which is very high armor, so it will negate a lot of the attack damage. And we have another melee character closing in on us. So I'm going to try and take him out. I need to reload. Okay, that was critical, and he's bleeding as well, so he's pretty close to being done. So you can see there's a tendency, the melee characters will just run in and just start, hitting everything. But these ranged characters, they're taking cover and they're firing from cover. So there is a difference in how the artificial intelligences operate. So I'm going to try and take down this character. It's a bit more difficult, obviously, because she's hiding behind cover. But I might get a lucky hit in. So that cover's probably nearly destroyed at this point. And you can see that ranged character moving from cover to cover. You get a bit closer, and her cover's gone now. So this will be a good opportunity to try and deal with her. So I'm going to make 2 attacks at a slightly lower chance to hit. Okay. And I've got a rifle here as well, so I'll just see if I can... No. Oh well. that was quite a big hit on the turret. So probably should be able to remove her from play this turn. Yep. And I just have time for a snap attack on this guy. Nope. Okay, so I'm going to focus on taking this guy down before he will definitely do damage to the turret. Okay, so he's well down too. Oh, 2 HP left on the turret. Oh, and it's gone. Okay. Okay, so that's him dealt with, and I'm going to close in. On this other character because it just wouldn't be a great chance to hit from that far away. Still not a great chance to hit from here. I probably should have made the give the characters a little more skill in firearms just for the purposes of the demo. Okay, so I'm kind of getting what I deserved there, standing out in the open. That's quite a lot of damage. And that's that. So I'm just going to quickly show you now how to open the door. So we need to go back into cyberspace again. And you remember that node that is controlling the door? It's just up here. So I'm going to move through this a little more quickly. Since you've captured a node, the amount of processing power you're generating every turn will be greater, so you can traverse the map more quickly, you know, the more nodes that you have captured. As you can see, pretty close already. So I'm going to just create cover here, and I'm going to move into it with my last AP. Okay, so I'll go back to making 2 4 AP attacks. It's not a bad chance to hit, it's 67, and that's 2 of them. Okay, so I'll just continue on with this. Okay, so should be able to take this guy out, maybe even in this turn. Oh, so his HP's gone. So capture him, open the blast door, and I'm going to exit out. Now, that's effectively it. You go in here, this turret is hostile. You could have captured the last node and disabled it if you wanted. If you had to fight it, you'd be better to use rifles because they do considerably more damage, much of which would be absorbed by the turret's superior armor. So I'll just wrap up with this. But if you have any questions or feedback, please do let me know. And thank you for watching.